Ben Sebastian here, curator of the Sonic Symphonic podcast, composer of the Kalasin series of albums. If you want to know more about me, you can check out my link tree below. Well, I'm off work. It's a period of 3 days, taking some holiday leave before you sort of lose it. And I've had a great day chilling out, getting things cleaned up, having a good old rest, and then out for a bit of exercise and stretch some muscles. Speaking of muscles, let me introduce you to Frank GRADEEN. Now, he's born in April 2001 in the South Sweden. He's a bodybuilding musician, producer and composer that creates music within the genres of sort of heavy metal, hard rock, rock and roll. His musical journey started when he was around 10, and he picked up his guitar because of his love for rock and metal, and he went on to focus on drums and later on bass. He started to sing too. His interests are in sort of bands like Judas Priest, Venom, Saxon, Manowar, and more. He plays different kinds of metal, but he's just released his first single of an upcoming album called Return of the Vikings, which will be released on the 5th of May. And he says this track here is similar to bands like sort of Motorhead, Anvil, Accept, and so like, this could be a bit of fun, something a little bit different. Let's get into Frank GRADEEN's new single, Heavy Duty Rock and Roll.
Something's calling in the distance. The crowd's shaking, rock and roll. I have to be there. It's my duty, rock and roll.
Oh, there you go. Frank GRADEEN, everyone. Heavy duty rock and roll. I mean, that had a nice sort of classic sound to it. And well, what a lot of fun. It's nice to have a fun track that is just about rock and roll. And that certainly cut it. Reminds me of various different bits and pieces, some of the sort of early 70s rock bands, and and some of the bands that he's mentioned indeed. So yeah, nail on the head. What could be forgiven, for sort of production style, it's entry level, but everything's in the right place. Maybe some of those guitar solos could have been a little louder, but those could easily be forgiven by the amount of fun that this aspiring young chap here brings to the table in abundance. So yes, keep at it, and good luck with the album launch on the 5th of May. If you enjoyed that and you want that on your playlist, I'm going to stick some links and stuff below. I think that's one of those fun songs for the morning drive to work, or cycle or walk or bus or whatever. Definitely uplifting, gets you in the spirit, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thanks, Frank.